Wake and Rake, dude. It's time for football. We're talking fantasy football, DFS, how to catch some bets. My name is Eric. I'm your host, producer Chris, right there, making things happen as always. Will's joining us this morning. We got Morgan on board. We're here to do two things: win your leagues, cash tickets. We do that by coming together as a football hive mind every morning right here on the Wake and Rake. Let's greet our guests. Morgan, how are you doing? We haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you guys?
Outstanding.
Phenomenal.
Good.
Down there dominating the media market.
Oh yeah.
Will's here. Where are you living now, Will? It looks
in the
different.
great state of Idaho. Yeah, finally moved in, getting comfortable down here. And guess what? This is our last Sunday less NFL, I should say, football until February. We got a little college today, but I can't wait. This Thursday, the season kicks off.
Yeah, it's
Boom.
Thursday already. A few days. We get Lions, Chiefs. Can the Lions hang with the Chiefs? I'm not sure about that.
If they
Absolutely,
play
they can.
smart football, if they play smart football and go to their strengths, yes, but that's to be determined. If they just run the ball, which they could because they got a nice offensive line, they should be able to hang in there, but we'll see.
They do. They got the Gibbs kid too. He seems to be everything they thought CEH was going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
We'll see if they can cover.
But it's still the Lions, so you can never fully trust them.
Yeah, I think Pat Mahomes scores usually 30 points minimum on opening week, so they'll have to be ready for that.
This one is so difficult because you got Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, who are notorious the last 3 years of winning games but not covering, and then you got the Lions, who just seem to screw everything up. So it's like, how do you go with the spread? It's at 6.5, and it's like, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah,
who do you trust more?
Aren't the Chiefs like 8-9 ATS last year, or 9-8?
They were worse than that. The year before, they were something like 5-12 or something like, or 5-11, but their like obviously win total was like 14. So it was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, they win a couple games, just barely. So to start the show, we'll do a segment called Higher Than Consensus. We'll bring a player or two who we want to put in fantasy lineups who people aren't really thinking about. I think that'll be a good conversation starter at the beginning of the show. And then we'll get into Morgan's weather. She gives us our weather reports for the outdoor games, plus some banter because she's witty. Are you prepared, Morgan? Fall's pretty easy.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't really get difficult till winter.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
Unless you want to count this heat that's coming.
Do we have some big
We
heat?
might have to.
No, just recently, especially like these past few weekends. But
We might have to think about heat in week one. Huh? I was thinking wind, snow. These are the things we worry about with football. But we had the hottest Badger game ever yesterday. That's in Wisconsin. I think it was 130 on the field in Lubbock.
mm-hmm.
So, we got NFL football in a few days. It's not going to cool off dramatically.
How many outdoor stadiums are left?
That's a good question.
Looking it up right now.
Say what? New
10.
York?
Wait, hold on.
10?
10 out of 32?
Oh no, 10 stadiums in the NFL have domes or roofs of some kind. So
only 10. Yeah, it's going to make a difference. They're all in the south.
Yeah.
Up in the north, nobody has it because we want to keep that snow being a factor in our late games up here in Green Bay for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need that. We need that home field advantage going on.
How do you like your Vikings this year, Morgan?
I don't know. Vikings aren't really my team.
Who's your team?
Seattle.
Oh.
Huh?
Well, they suck. So
yeah, I know.
They had a decent draft. I don't know if Geno
that's
Smith
when you know you
had
when you have a shit team when it's week 0 and you're on a live stream and the guy says, They had a decent draft, and that's all you got.
I don't think we have to worry about the Heat all that much because out of those 10 teams, Arizona, Cowboys, Houston, Vegas are all and New Orleans.
Those are the hot spots, right?
Yeah, hotspots, but they're dome teams, so not gonna have to worry about it.
Very good. Not have to worry about dehydration and so forth. We'll also debut our triple option poll this season, where we have 3 different streaming quarterback possibilities. We'll put in a poll for the people to vote on, so we get a better idea of what's the smart move. Like that, integrate the people. And we'll talk lineup optimization a little bit, probably 15 to 20 minutes. We'll just talk about fantasy lineups, questions, comments, things like that. Get the Millie Goats in here, do some DFS. We got all kinds of stuff going on. We got a new studio we're going to be broadcasting from. A Can of Bloom. That's going to be awesome.
That thing looks sweet. I can't wait to see you guys there.
Currently being furnished. That's going to be a great place to show us from.
Speaking of fantasy stuff, I was going to wait until the end to drop this, but I figured that'd be a good transition real quick. I just dropped on the private chat, and if you guys want to share that, you can into the regular chat. For some reason, I can't get access to that right now, but I'm doing a NFL Pick'em contest. It's free to join, except for it's NFL Pick'em against the spread. I've given it out to all my locals members and Sports Picks locals members and just everyone else. You guys are welcome to click and join that, and it's a free contest where you pick against the spread every single game this season, and I'm offering $50 American to each person who can beat me in this contest. So if you finish above me in this contest or think you can, I'll send you $50. So it's a free contest. Go check it out. And I just dropped the link there.
I like that. Even us, we're even qualified. We even
yeah,
can get
you guys too.
Outstanding.
Yeah, everyone.
What about it?
Everyone gets the deal.
The college student. She's in a dorm right now. She's gonna need that $50.
Yeah, need it.
And then what else we got? We'll do a DFS lineup with the Millie Goats. I think they'll be stopping in a little bit. I'm not sure. They might be up. It's Labor Day weekend. And then we'll get into bets. Panel discussion, sides and totals, incorporating comments. Everything's incorporating comments. The people are the 4th host. That's a slogan I just made up right now. People are the 4th host. I feel like that's a t-shirt.
You know, one thing that I'm excited about, one of many things I'm excited about for this NFL season, I cannot wait to see how NFL Sunday Ticket looks on YouTube. I bought that early access like months ago for the big discount, and I'm like, yes, I don't have to find some bootleg link and be like 2 minutes behind. I can have it on my phone. I can have it on my computer. I can have it on the TV out there. I'm like, yeah, I'll pay for this when I know it's going to be at like really good quality. That with the red zone on it. Oh my God, I can't wait.
YouTube TV is getting into the multi-view business too. I saw 4 different college games on one screen last night.
I'll have that. I'll have one on my phone. I'll have one on an iPad. I'm like I said, I'm okay paying the price for it because I know. I mean, this is YouTube's first year doing it, but YouTube doesn't do anything bad. You know what I mean? So I know it's going to be a good product they put out.
Yeah, they have the funds to do things right, I think.
Mm-hmm. They got that Google money.
Yeah. The only issues I have with YouTube TV are issues with my actual television where it exits to home. While I'm just watching something on YouTube TV, it'll be like 4th and 2, game on the line. And then it just takes me to like Little House on the Prairie. Like, hang on, what happened? But it take me to a different app. That's not YouTube's fault. That's my television's fault.
That's funny.
We'll go over the DFS segment. We'll build a whole lineup with one of the Millie Goats, AK, Butch P, J Vi, Tex. One of those 4 will come in here. The DFS experts do that. Talk about bets, of course. Second half will be all betting. Probably get you in there if we can, Will, if you're awake and available.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the sides, the totals. My favorite new segment, Find That Fucking Dog, where we find an underdog who's going to win. There's one or two every week. It's just about finding them. The NFL spreads are the sharpest lines in the world. I don't try to beat them as much. I try to find a dog who's going to win. One of these underdogs who's like a 3 or a 5 point underdog who's just going to win the game outright, probably at home.
Well, it's always week one's always interesting because the books, everyone's afraid because of the unknown to like the spreads are pretty damn close. They're pretty similar. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Whereas we get later into the season, you're going to see a lot more double-digit spreads than you will at the beginning of the season, obviously. But that's where you can take advantage, I guess, week one if you think you have the confidence and you know exactly who these teams are.
Commanders -7 at home against the Cardinals, who may not win another game. How do they not win that game by 14 to 21 points?
That's my survivor pick of the week. I'm picking Arizona. I think they're going to upset everyone.
Really?
Yeah, it's I'm going to enter a couple entries into taking Arizona to have the upset because I know everyone's going to be picking the Commanders week one because when are you going to want to take the Commanders again, right? So it's a leg up there. And then two, how many times in the NFL do we see these upsets like that week one and then a team goes on to lose the rest of the games of the their schedule? So
yeah, we can go with this. What's his name? Clayton Tune?
I hope they go with him, but they're going with it sounds like they're going with Dobbs.
Oh. Why would you
Look who it is.
Oh, we got a mini Will.
So are we doing weather with Morgan or what's happening here?
Let's hit the weather.
Yes. Okay, well do you have weather reports for this week, Morgan? This is kind of a scrimmage run through.
I don't actually. I didn't know that.
No, you're all good. I was just curious if
we'll have real games next week.
Yeah.
Kind of what was happening. Cool.
We'll have real games and real weather reports next week.
What's the weather going to be like in Kansas City since that's the Thursday game, huh?
That's a good question.
Look it up.
That game is just days away.
Mm-hmm.
Probably hot as shit down there. But it's a night game. I think all we got to worry about is lightning and or precipitation.
There were a lot of night games last night too, and it was still above 90 degrees, especially on the turf.
Yes.
Rough.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough. I'm sure they're going to be wearing their white home jerseys. But man, 130 degrees on the turf yesterday. That's insane. At what point do you call a game? 135? I
don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. I mean, at what point does the law come into play? Yeah, we got the prop bets article. We got the dog segment. We'll have a Ridley Discord play where it's a 5-leg parlay in tribute to our buddy Calvin Ridley, who was suspended for one season for placing a 5-team parlay, which every red-blooded American likes to do. And what we'll do is if that bet hits, we'll share it with the people. If you enter our Discord and enter your cash tag in there, split it up evenly among however many people are in there. Or maybe we'll draw some winners. Draw like 3 winners, split it into thirds. And then we'll announce our QB stream poll results of that final discussion, and then we'll get out of here. It's going to be fun. It's going to be, I don't know, probably 90 to 120 minutes of wall-to-wall football, fantasy football, wagers, friendly competitions, little wills.
It's so funny when when there's other people on, he gets shy like this. But then when it's just me and him sitting here, he's just like just all into the mic.
He's gonna be a natural. He's gonna be a natural.
I got the weather for Thursday.
Ooh.
And it says like around 50 or 85 to 80.
Okay.
Which isn't bad.
Manageable.
Yeah.
Some will be down too.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
You want to say hi?
I wish they play that.
No.
He's like, nah. He's like, nah, I'm good. Then we'll dog Ridley stream poll results, and then we'll be on our way.
Sounds good.
Early games, late games, player props. I mean, whatever the people want to talk about, that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna wake and then we're gonna rake.
Wake and rake.
Does that sound like a plan, little Will? Good.
Oh yeah,
Looks
he's
like
up
he's on
for it.
board.
He's up
Yeah.
for it. I'm trying to figure out how the hell he got down here when I shut the gate. So that tells me someone figured out how to climb over the gate.
He's resourceful. Going all Shawshank.
That's one way to describe
it. Yeah. So that's the basic structure. That's what you can expect each and every Sunday morning. Get your coffee, come hang out with us, and we'll have a rotating third chair. We'll have Will in here. We'll have some Millie Goats in here. We'll have Jordan Thomas, Elio, all your favorite people from last year, and Morgan every single week. Sound like a plan?
I love the laid back vibe too.
Show.
You know, it's just Sunday morning, just kind of
yeah,
covering some sports, but we're just relaxing. You know,
yeah,
getting ready.
We're getting up. Yeah, we're getting up. We're figuring out which way to go. How we can make the most of our entire Sunday on the couch in a hoodie. There he is.
Say hi.
Now he's excited. Good morning. Nope.
Still not yet.
Just had him. So I think we can wrap it and just let the people know. Come back here next Sunday morning. This is your little reminder. This is your little preview. What's going to be happening? Tell your friends. Not an exclusive club, and let's all win together. Yeah.
Can I give them one? I'm going to give the people one pick.
Please do.
Okay, so you remember last year we did the bold take stream. I don't know if you guys did that again this year, but like our big bold bets, long shot bets for the NFL. One of mine that hit last year was Arizona finishing last in their division at plus 900. That was a beautiful one. Rams almost found a way to screw that one up though.
They did.
Yeah. This year, my bold prediction. The Buffalo Bills finished last in their division plus 850. I personally bet it. I bet the under their season win total. And here's why. This is the last year Buffalo has to get it done. And what a terrible year for this, before the salary cap stuff becomes an issue. But what a terrible year for that to happen when you've got Miami that looks good. You got the Jets that look really solid. And then the Patriots, we know the Patriots are always going to be, a solid team. And I'm not just being a homer there on that one. I really think Bill O'Brien was the biggest addition that a lot of people are overlooking for this Patriot offense. So
Patricia isn't even an offensive coach. He's not a coordinator. Like they didn't have an offensive coordinator. Now they have one.
They're not only just one, a really good one who works well with Belichick too. So I mean, yes, say what you want about Bill O'Brien as a GM, but as a head coach and a offensive coordinator, he is top of the league. So I'm excited to see. Well, I'm sorry, but I think the Bills, you got to factor in I'm not banking on them having any injuries, but you got to know it's a percentage. And everyone wants to tell me there's a lot of respectable people and experts out there that tell me the Bills have depth on defense. I just don't see it though, because what happened last year when Von Miller went out and then you started having Jordan Poyer, who I would argue is like the glue. You got glue guy Eric right there. Jordan Poyer is the glue of that defense. When he was out and Von Miller was out, that defense was very suspect. So God forbid anything happens to Josh Allen. But look, they're already starting the season off without Von Miller. So that looks good for my bet there. I just think a couple injuries here or there. And if they start losing, that thing can just snowball into this season is a loss.
If they start out like 2-3 or 1-4 or something, Stephon Diggs is going to become the biggest malcontent in the league.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a major issue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on between him and Josh Allen. That's some sort of tenuous relationship there. But losing will magnify and set that thing off quickly.
Yes.
I like it.
So I'm betting against the Bills every which way I can. So, but them to finish last in their division plus 850.
That's a sweet price right there. And that's something nobody else is on. Like you could really take victory laps on that one.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it's really they've been better positioned to win in past years. Like this isn't I
Mm-mm.
don't think this is the best Bills team we've seen in recent years or anything like that.
Imagine if Josh Allen
So,
has to miss a couple games, just like a little nagging injury.
or if he just keeps throwing red zone interceptions like he did
That
last year.
too. That too. Well, when
What
that one
if
cashes, I'm going to just nonstop be dropping the clip that I have now of the Ricky Bobby. I'm the best there is. A piss excellence.
Absolutely. I'm like another. Speaking of long shots, one that I saw that I liked was Bijan Robinson most rookie receiving yards, 45-1. It's 45-1 for a reason. But if you think about these top receivers who were drafted, Addison has Jefferson in front of him. Zay Flowers is in Baltimore. You know, these guys all seem to have like wide receiver one in front of them who can take all of those receptions. And Bijan's going to be getting 5, 6 targets a game, possibly. If they decide to throw the ball a little bit. He could end the season with 90 receptions based on how I've seen them use
Where's
him so
Quentin
far.
Johnson on that list? Because I think he'd be a sneaky one. Because people would be like, "Oh, they got Keenan Allen and Mike Williams," but you got to remember those guys aren't really known to be healthy all season long. And two, they're going to be the
True.
ones that defenses are going to be targeting. You got Kellen Moore there drawing up plays. I think Quentin Johnson, the speed demon there, he might be a good. He might lead the league as a rookie in for the rookies in receiving yards.
I think he's like 750. That'd be a nice little hedge on Bijan, actually. I think about it. See, he's coming in with the smart hedge moves. Yeah, I like it.
I
I
don't know.
like
I
it.
think it's worth a shot. You can tell who I was pretty high on in fantasy drafts. I think Herbert and a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the odds of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams staying healthy for even a majority of the games are very low. They're
The, the
notoriously
one
Mike
thing that
Williams doesn't know how to fall.
Yeah, that's true. The one thing that I loved about what Keenan Allen said, he's excited about the offense this year and Kellen Moore being there because he says, we're doing some routes and plays that I've never got to do before. I get to open up and try more things now, which means he's also not running across the middle as much anymore. So the fact that
Yeah.
he's excited about it makes me get a little bullish on this Chargers offense this season, and especially those players for fantasy props.
Is this the year the Chargers finally win the West?
Maybe, but also they, people always say, well, you can't have two wide receivers from the same team. You can't be. It's like, yeah, you can. I mean, look at a couple of years ago with the Bucks. You had Godwin. This is when Jameis was thrown to him, but you had Godwin and Evans there. Look at last year. You had Tyreek and Waddle for the first 6 to 8. I think the first half of the season they were in the top 3. There's only I think Jefferson was the other one up there with like actual yards. So
yeah.
You absolutely can.
After that Baltimore game, I mean, they both had 1,000,000 yards.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of bullish on them. I guess another long shot, if people are interested in that, I got the Broncos to finish as exactly second in their division. I think it was like plus 450 or 4.
Ooh.
Anyways, I'm bullish on the Broncos. I just don't think they'll win the division, but I think they'll finish exactly second.
Sean Payton says he'll be pissed off if they're not a playoff team.
I think they will be.
I also took Saints last undefeated team 25-1 because their schedule is just so easy. And they don't really play outside. Yeah.
If you've gone through and looked at the caliber of quarterbacks that they play, oh my God. It's there's a reason why people are high on the Saints. I took the Saints to win the division because not only their schedule, but you just look at that division. And I'm like, this is the Saints do it. And I got it at plus 125. I might have not got the best number, but I'm like, I was looking at it. I'm like, you're going to give me plus money on this? Okay. I would have laid the juice.
The Saints will face Ryan Tannehill, Bryce Young, Jordan Love. There's a problem. Baker Mayfield, Matt Jones, C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Anthony Richardson, Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins. Then they have a bye before Desmond Ridder, Jared Goff, Bryce Young, Daniel Jones, Matthew Stafford. In week 16, Matthew Stafford, after he's taken 500 hits. Then Baker and Desmond Ridder again. I mean, Jordan Love is the only all-star quarterback on that list. So they should, I don't know, they should win 12, 15 of those games.
Yeah, I don't know. And you got Derek Carr revenge mode, just pissed off mode, I guess. I guess not really revenge, but just a chip on his shoulder, F you to the league and everyone that doubted him. I like it.
Yep. Got Chris Olave just developing more and more every
You're gonna
day.
have
And
Kamara
Thomas
in
will
with
have
you have
yeah.
Kamara in with fresh legs. What do you think about Thomas? And I accidentally
There's a lot of grudges on that team though.
Yeah, what do you think we're gonna get from Michael Thomas? We haven't seen him in 3 years.
I'm thinking him and Jimmy Graham will give us 1 or 2 good games and then they'll sort of disappear. I'm going to bet Jimmy Graham anytime touchdown week 1. I think that's the only time it can happen. He's going to be out there feeling great.
I'll do you one better. I'm betting him first touchdown.
Ooh, I like it.
First touchdown of the season.
I could see them doing that.
Yeah.
Just to make a point.
Yeah.
He's back. We heard what you guys, he looked good in the preseason. Like maybe all he needed was a year off to rest the muscles in the joints.
How great would that be? Just first
That would be
touchdown.
awesome.
Yeah.
Did always like Jimmy Graham. I was so excited when he came to Green Bay, even though I knew he was probably washed, and he was. It's like you always tell yourself, a guy that big in the end, like you just see it in your brain. Come on, this guy's going to catch 10 touchdowns.
Yep.
They're talking up Juwan Johnson. Derek Carr told his brother to draft Juwan Johnson, so maybe that's the angle. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll find out. The answers to these questions and more each week, each Sunday morning on the Wake and Rake. Well, you got multiple children to get back to. Morgan's got an education to get. We've all got things happening. We'll get out of here for now. Just wanted to give the people a little reminder, a little primer. Don't forget to join us next Sunday morning, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Talk about all these things and more. Anything else we have to add? Well, Morgan, so good to see you. Will, too. I haven't seen you guys in a minute. I'm excited. We got a full spread of football in front of us. Not one piece has been eaten yet. I'm excited. Can you tell? All right. Till next time. It'll be next Sunday morning. Be good to each other.